I'm referring to if you want a man with a six-pack and you have a no-pack. Hey everyone, welcome to Bella's Corner, where the truth is delivered with love. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's get started. Today, we will be discussing how to become a woman of value in preparation for marriage. These are the things that you are going to need to learn how to do or consider. Please keep in mind that any change and growth starts within the mind first. So if you want to become a wife, you are definitely going to need to examine yourself to see where you can make some improvements in order to be the best woman you can be individually as well as in the dating market. Natural hair is preferred. Now, of course, every man is different, but these are just blanket tips and advice and considerations for you, as well as other enhancements. You want to keep extra stuff to a minimum, such as crazy lip injection and behind implants, getting unnecessary enhancements that are going to age you or going to make you look older than what you really are, or just make you look horrible in the future. A man wants to know that when he wakes up next to you in the morning that you're essentially going to look the same and your makeup's not going to be on your pillow. There's nothing wrong with makeup. There's nothing wrong with lashes. There's nothing wrong with nails, but it's all about how they're done, how you look in it. Is it tasteful? Is it too much? Are you towing the line? Have you completely just erased the line, skipped and danced it and skirted on the line? Just do things that are tasteful to you. Keyword is taste. Not walking around with brooms on your face. With things like this, the best thing you can do for yourself is to think long term, as in healthy diet, exercise, vitamins, going to the gym, working out, and changing your eating habits. If you're one of those people who are afraid of the gym, you need to be walking, or you can work out at home. Frankly, there's no excuse. There are plenty online fitness guides, fitness programs. You can work out at home, or you can even walk. Take walks a few times a week, or even after you eat dinner or lunch or a big meal. Drink you a glass of water and go ahead and take a walk. That'll help get some of those extra pounds off of you, because let's be honest, when you have a few less pounds on you, you look better. Let's think long term. If you are going to have children, you want to be there for your children. You want to be there for your grandchildren. You don't want to be out here with all of these horrible habits that you're using an excuse to do just because you're young. No ma'am. The reason that this is an important thing to take note of is because, let's be real ladies, if your husband gains 100 pounds 10 years into the marriage, are you going to be attracted to him? Are you going to sleep with him? Are you going to want to continue to have his children if you are in childbearing age? Are you going to want to go out with him in public? Be honest. And you're still pretty fit. Are you going to feel some type of way? Probably. So with that being said, take that into consideration for yourself. It is unfair that women, we have all of these expectations for men, but we don't uphold those same expectations and standards for ourselves. You're not operating in the spirit of excellence. You lack accountability. I'm referring to if you want a man with a six-pack and you have a no-pack. It is very, very unfair to a man. Women, we have standards and expectations of, I want my man to be 6 feet, six-pack. But you're not feminine. You're not fit yourself. My thing is, women, we want, and I say we because my husband is 6'2", so it is kind of like, yeah, I do kind of want a 6-foot man. But my thing is, keep in mind that stature and height is something that a man cannot change. That is something that no one can change. You're going to be what you're going to be. If he's going to be 5'8", he's going to be 5'8". However, we can lose and gain weight. Let's control what we can control. As a woman of value, it is extremely important for you to keep your waistline intact. You look your most feminine when your waistline is intact. You're most attractive when your waistline is intact. And it shows that you have discipline in terms of what you're consuming, how many calories you're consuming, if you exercise, or if you take walks. Moving on. Learn how to communicate effectively. Effective communication is extremely important when it comes to any relationship, but especially with a man, to include shifting the way you communicate when necessary as you learn your subject. And in this case, it's your prospective husband. If you know how to communicate, you know how to captivate, and you know how to convey feelings and messages with your words. And I think that skill, because it is a skill that does have to be built over time, is extremely important and helpful to have as you grow into a relationship and into a marriage. but also being able to listen. Communication is not just one way, or it's talking, or it's speaking. It's body language as well as listening skills. A lot of times, us women, we tend to, especially during arguments, we listen to respond rather than listen to understand. So let me refer us to an Instagram post that I made. I do questions of the day on my Instagram page and just ask my followers relationship, life related questions just to see what their responses are going to be, just to understand the psychology of people. So there's a video that was going around on my Instagram and I had to comment on it, and I will play it here and then I will tell you my response and some of the responses that I did receive to my commentary.
So what did you say?
I said women don't like dudes who got their own, who don't need them. They rather deal with men who are not that intellectually aggressive, who gonna let them say what they want and do what they want. They rather deal with a man like, not saying you like that, but most women out here don't want to deal with a man who gonna say, baby, nah, don't wear that. Nah, baby, don't talk like that. They don't really want to deal with that. They rather deal with a dude who let them say and do whatever they want to do. And they think if a man be a man, he's toxic.
So my question was, do you with a real woman?
Let me answer that question.
And the reason why I asked
I'm
is because if you fuck with a real woman, she's going to agree with you. Hey, maybe I shouldn't step outside wearing this.
I respect that, baby.
Nasty.
Let me answer that. This is the problem. The real woman is standing too close to the so we don't know the difference until we start talking to y'all. No, listen. I met a lot of women. It don't mean, I don't care if they from the hood. I don't care if they got two parents. Their interests are the same. It's like right now, right? If you see 10 lions coming down the street, are you gonna try to figure out which lion gonna bite your ass or not? You're gonna be like them 10 lions. So unfortunately, the real woman agree with too much shit that these hoes is on, so we don't know the fucking difference.
So what I said was, hear me out. I know some of you don't want to hear this, but you can't want a masculine man but not allow a man to be a man. A man's role is to protect. That means in every way. So if he's expressing concerns, at least consider what he is saying. He isn't your enemy. Birds of a feather flock together, ladies, whether you want to admit it or not. Then I actually received a DM from a young lady. So she said, literally considering what he's saying. The guy I'm dating made a comment about me cussing once. At first I was texting my friend like, who does he think he is talking to me? I'm not changing. Who does it sound like? This sounds like you. Sound like your friend, your cousin, your sister, and maybe even your mama.
I am a quality queen. I am a goddess. I don't change for no man.
I'm not changing for anyone. He better take me as I am. Then after a couple minutes, I got to really thinking, like, is cussing that's really that bad? He didn't even say anything that would take from who I am as a person. He didn't say anything that would dim my light. If anything, he's only trying to help me better. Took it into consideration and I find myself swearing less. In that same vein, learn how to be more appreciative, because at the end of the day, no one has to do anything for you. And I want you to keep that in mind, ladies, because as a woman, we tend to believe that everyone should, especially men, cater to us and bow to us at our feet at every beckoning call, even when we have been the most difficult person to deal with. No man has to deal with you. And I want you to keep in mind, ladies, that a man of value has options. He more than likely has a few women on his line when he meets you. So if you're showing appreciation and respect, as well as self-respect and class, it's going to be easy to rise to number one in his ranks rather quickly, believe me. So with that being said, that is all I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like the content you see, then please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any of my new uploads. I will see you in the next one.